Hello, everybody out there in YouTube world. We all hope that things are well for you in that out there in that planet of ours. Yeah, the way that things have been going around in the world, eh, Max? It's what times would you call those? What's been going on in the world? I would call them testing times. Yeah,
very testing
times for us all. Right, this video is about communication. Now, the kind of communication we're on about is between not just two people in a relationship, but in general with everybody else, really. Say with the council or your work employees or anything in relation where where communication really is a must, really, because it is. Take the technological age with the mobile phone, which was launched in I think it was in the late 80s, was it? The Yuppie era? Mid to late 80s? The Yuppie era with the big Motorola phones.
The house brick.
House brick. Man. They used, I can remember as a young teenager growing up, they used to carry these yuppies, they used to carry like these kind of like mini suitcase things with the phone connected with this squiggly curly wire, and you hear it go brrr, brrr, kind of funny dialing tone, and they'd see them pick it up. The things is basically almost at twice the size of the head in length, with this big aerial sticking out. Isn't it like a massive? I call them mobile CB radio. Well, that's what they were equivalent of. For those of you who don't know about the old mobile phones that they used to have back then. But yeah, that was their communication, and then as the years have gone on, I think as a human race, we've lost the art of physically communicating properly. Rely on social media and all those things to not communicate as such, but to connect. Yeah, but to me personally, I'm old school, and so is Max. We love the art of communicating properly that way, instead of like using all the AI stuff and all that kind of stuff. Which
things can get mistaken, can't they?
Yes,
like
they
if
can.
you send a text, I mean, it can come across totally different.
Yeah, without the feeling of it, you see.
As if you rang or spoke or bumped into someone and spoke to them. And sometimes texts can come across quite aggressive.
Yeah, they can. Even though you don't mean it with the feeling. This is where communication comes into this properly. Because when you communicate like this in person, you can put feeling into your conversation.
Yeah.
Where text you can't, even though they use the emojis and all that. That's still not the same though. Me personally, and Maxine personally. Because I remember having text in the past from people, and I was thought, hang on, why is this person being aggressive? And then I'd ring them up and I'd say, is everything all right? What's going on? What's with the text? Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to interpret it that way. It says, says, wow, from what you said.
They are very misinterpreted.
Yeah, misinterpreted, yes, big time.
Sometimes.
Majority of the time, actually, when you really think about it.
Yeah.
So yes, communication is key in life if you want it to really help you progress through life, instead of relying on high tech. Technology. High tech, same thing, isn't it?
I know. Just get the words out for it.
Technology. That's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Technology. See, he's got technology. Oh boy, yes, but old-fashioned communicating. My mum and dad were experts at it.
Plus, you can get missed communication.
Miscommunication.
If people are not following on with each other.
True.
Can't you really? Which can cause a lot of confusion, to say the least.
Yeah, it certainly can, can't it?
Yes.
And again, when you are, so for instance, you want to get in touch with one of your utility companies.
That's if you can.
That's if you can see, you need to communicate properly. And half of the time, they don't communicate with you. Everything is online. Everything, literally.
Nightmare.
And for some people out there, and lots of people, you know who you are, you do not like online stuff for sorting that out, which is, it's harder for those people who are not used to it. But some people say it's easy.
But you know what they say, oh, you've got to move with the times.
You've got to move with the times. But unfortunately, there's some people out there who don't want to move with the times. We know people who did not like putting money in the bank, so they'd have all the money and kept with them wherever they kept it at home. And there's people who are still like that now to this very day, who do not like the banks. Because again, it's to do with the communication of things and
lack of trust.
And lack of trust. I was just going to say that, yeah, lack of trust. Man.
Horrible, isn't it, when you think
it is.
But I mean, what they failed to recognise, there's some people still, believe it or not, but there is still some people who can't read and write.
Yeah, dyslexia.
Obviously, mainly the elderly people, because they never went to school.
Yeah, that's true, that is.
So how are they supposed to communicate? Without, actually speaking to somebody on a phone. I mean, you pick your phones up, don't you?
Yep.
And then you have music for about an hour.
Oh gosh, the elevator music. Yeah. What was it? What's the other one? The lift music.
Yeah.
The supermarket music is another one.
And then you're in a queue. You're like 99 in the queue. But you know what? You can put your phone down and they'll ring you back, some people.
Yeah, some companies do that.
It never, ever comes back into reality. You wait.
I know.
You wait. Nothing.
I know.
So you phone again. The office is now closed. It will reopen tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
At 9 a.m. or 8:45 a.m.
So then, you're up early. You're going to get up early to phone again. You phone again. You are in a queue.
Yep.
And then that time you think, I'm not putting the phone down.
Nope.
I am not putting the phone down. It's like your doctors, isn't it? Sometimes you ring up on the morning because you have to make an appointment now. And it's like at 10 o'clock. Sorry, we've got no appointments left. You'll have to ring back tomorrow. Beggars believe. There's no communication, is there really?
It's totally broken down.
Yeah.
It's totally broken down.
I mean, what's happened to the art of talking as well? Communicating with one another.
Yeah. That's in relationships. Gosh, me and Max,
we don't stop.
We're experts.
We don't shut up, do we?
Come on.
But we've always got something to talk about.
Yeah, and this is what the videos, again, which you have mentioned on previous videos, the subject is, let's talk about whatever the subject of the matter is. I.e. on this video is communication. And yeah, that's the thing with couples. We've seen them around, and we see them walking down the streets. They're not even walking hand in hand, and
they look like they don't know one another.
Yeah, they look like complete strangers, like they've just first met on the first date.
Well, you'd get probably more conversation if it was a first date with some people, wouldn't you, really?
Yeah, true.
You know, what's all that about, really?
I know.
Silence. Silence is gold.
To me, when silence is golden. Yeah.
But
eat your heart out, communicator. But yeah, in couples we do see, this is why some relationships with couples don't last. They last whatever, because the breakdown of communicating. And it's all good when you first get together and a few months, yeah. And then everything just changes. Gosh, we've been together for over 3 years and been best friends, all 5+ years. And our communication from day one has been literally. My whole family will tell you. Andrew and Maxine, always on the go with things. It's because we enjoy and love our company together. And plus what helps us is we got the same interests.
Same interest.
Literally.
I mean, I think some people as well, they've been together for years and years and years. And they brought the kids up, the kids have left home.
Yep.
And there's no conversation
No,
left.
there isn't.
Because they've lost that art of conversation. It's always been about the kids.
Yeah.
And then when that's gone, what do they talk about? You know, it's an hard one, isn't it?
This is a tough one, that is.
It is a hard one.
It's a tough one.
Yep.
But yeah, we can't get enough of communicating with each other.
Communicate.
We really can't. It's wow. From the get go, really. Isn't it, Max?
Yeah, even as friends, wasn't it? I
Mm.
mean, if we rang each other, it'd be for hours, wouldn't it?
Oh gosh.
On the phone.
Whoa. Make sure I've got a Wi-Fi free calling time. Because if my phone was on the cap when I was out, then I would lose that time. So I'd have to be back at the flat in Wolverhampton on the Wi-Fi call, which was unlimited. But yeah, and that's...
I mean, when you think about it, we moan about tech,
Yep.
mobile phones, but they are a good form of communication.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Aren't they?
Provided you use them properly and accordingly.
Yeah.
Me
I
personally...
mean, they're good value for money when you think about it.
Yeah, they are.
Aren't they?
That's why you got to shop around for good deals.
What deal you're on, but they are good value for money.
You see, my phone now, it's not a contract, is it, Max?
No.
It's just decided to, whatever I use up. My basic thing is £10, I think. And anything extra maximum is up to 16, so they give me that grace as well. So, but I don't need to go at that level. Gosh. Phone bills of the past with contract phones. I used to hear some horror stories with people were paying up to £200 to £300 per month. I thought, what? That's a mortgage for £300 on your phone?
They probably do everything on there, don't they? Work and...
But God, man, the mobile phone companies, contract companies, they were laughing with getting paid that. Just imagine if they had 100 clients who were paying £300 a month.
Well, that's why they're in business, isn't it?
That's why they're in big business.
I always say nobody gives you anything for
free. That's true, saying that nobody gives you...
It might look like they are, but...
Yeah, they might advertise it for free, but trust me,
long term, no way.
there is always a small print. Some of us forget to read. Me, I always read the small print. But yeah, communication, man, it's a very important part of life.
Again, I mean, communication is not so old school now. They don't like sending you letters, do they?
No.
They don't like sending out letters.
No, they'd rather do it email and things like that.
But again, what about if you're not on?
You can get email stuff.
Technology again. What about if you don't use it?
I know.
But they won't send you a letter, not no more.
And even some of these companies, they have social medias, which they want you to sign up. But what if you do not participate in social media? Because we don't.
We don't.
We do not participate on any social media platform. And some people were quite surprised because we did at one time, but just had enough of it. Just had enough of it. Gosh, how long's it been now, Max, since we haven't been on social media?
Been quite a while. I mean, sometimes
Over 2 years.
I'll dip in and out, but very occasionally. But that's not to have a chat.
No, just to have a nose.
It's like if I want to...
awesome information.
Say I'm looking for a decorator again, and it's on there, like they advertise on there, don't they?
True.
I'll look then because it's like somebody I've remembered and they've been recommended, and but that's the only reason. I'm not even family. I don't.
No.
Do social media with.
And for those of you who want to know why doesn't Andrew do it anymore, says, well, because I chose not to. I didn't have a need for it. I really didn't have a need for it.
Fed up with it, weren't you?
Yeah, I really was. I was, promoting my martial arts way of life, and then there was people
Asking him out on dates. He doesn't mind it funny, sorry. Like a dating site.
I know.
If he was nice to him, they thought he liked him.
Yeah, that's the truth. Because I'm a caring, loving person, and these people thought, "Whoa, God, he must fancy me if he's being like that." What? For real? No. Showed no intention. It was just the way. But then I had to change things to say, "Yeah, thumb up. That's it. Nothing else." Because they were thinking, "What's wrong with people?"
You hates it now, don't you? If you get a heart. and
Yeah, I
stuff,
do. I really do. I know, but
It's like if you get like if mind you, these companies they've soon got a phone number if they're selling anything
yeah,
or
definitely.
promoting anything.
Yeah, exactly.
To ring.
Yeah.
You try communicating and ringing them when you need them to come and fix something,
Yep.
or you want to know an answer to something. You just cannot ring. You cannot
No.
get through.
It is.
Again, what comes on?
The advertisements of things. Please go onto your
Go
online.
on to online.
Go onto online.
And speak to one of our agents.
www.blah.
Which again is okay. It's good if it works.
If it works.
But most of the time it doesn't work
No.
because they don't really know what you're on about.
I know, because they cannot, because you can't put across to them properly.
Yeah. And it don't matter how much you're explaining your own way, especially like our age groups. Oh dear, it's a nightmare.
When you watch, when you try these things out and you're typing it, you got an AI thing. Are you a human being or are you
A robot.
an android thingy responding to what I'm saying? No, we want to. Oh, it's
I just say it's a matter of opinion.
yeah, matter of opinion. Totally agree with that one.
But it is, oh dear.
It's a lost thing.
It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, how the kids spend hours and hours on the blooming thing, I do not know.
I know, haven't they? I don't know if some of the young people who look at our videos, but the art of communication, it's a dying thing with them. We see some people who go around in their YouTube channels and they come up to people, and some people are put off because especially the younger generation, they kind of, some of them back off, don't want to be interviewed or anything because they don't know how to convalesce. Would you use that word, convalesce?
Yeah.
Yes. They don't know how to. They really don't know how to convalesce.
It's like the phone, isn't it? Some people don't like speaking on the phone. I don't really like speaking on the phone.
Trust me, she doesn't.
I'd rather speak face to face.
Like this, face to face.
Yeah.
And then you cut the phone call short as quick as you can. Sometimes you will cut them off when they come to the end and boom. But you know what, she can't help it. That's the way how things are.
That's how it is to me.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. Full
No,
stop.
she doesn't.
I hate it.
When she thought, I was thinking, all right, it's coming to the end now. Right, get ready. And she's ready. Boom, and it's gone. And that's it. But finished it. Just finished it.
I don't do it to be rude.
No. It's just she's got a thing for that.
I just think it's the end of the call because they're finished. Like,
that's it. No good trying to have a chat with them. A chat. Some people do though. They have a good outcome.
Yeah, it's like when the doctors ring. I find it hard to explain.
Yeah.
And then they want photographs, don't they?
I know. This is another one.
That's another one. Don't know how to do it.
No.
And I have to say, I'm really sorry, Doctor, but I don't know how to do that. You'd be like, oh, okay. Can you not do it? And I'm like, thinking, and I'll look at Andrew and I think, oh, please, no. No. But, I know we have to move forward.
Yeah.
But we don't know how.
Some people struggle with it though.
Yeah.
It's, I'm okay with certain things, aren't I, Max?
You are.
With the techno things, yeah. I'm not too bad. I know some of the things. I can email and do things like that, and I'd make attachments. That's my security career. That's made me, what learned me that. And also when I was doing home delivery services, we had to. Everything was on the actual system, the thing that we had, where you had the client's address details, contact numbers, and you had the sat nav. It was on all built-in handheld units. And you know, I had to train when it first was launched within the company. I'm mentioning no names that I was working for. I had to train up part of the West Midlands, where I was working at the specific store. They were sending the trainees to me, so I had to go to the initial launch day with the store manager at the time. So I had to learn at there how the system works, and actually I learned better than the actual store manager.
Just shows you that, doesn't it?
He said, "Wow, you're quick."
Yeah.
I said, "I don't mess if I'm showing because I think this is because of my security brain. I'm that kind of person. If you show me something and it probably takes 1 or 2 times to show, then I pick most of it up, and then I thought, right, I'll go for it as I'm going along, and I'll take time out, and that's what I did. And then I was training up the lads, and they said, "Wow, we thought they thought it was going to be hard to learn." I said, "It's quite a basic thing, but it's very effective once you know how." And so I was one of the people that helped train up part of the West Midlands delivery drivers for a certain company, mentioning no company's names.
But you've got a lot of patience, haven't you?
Yeah.
I haven't.
My patience comes from my family background. Because my dad was very patient. And plus with the martial arts as well, that teaches you about patience and security work as well, which is another thing that's learnt me about patience, the waiting for the right time, for the right moment, depending. And it gives you that kind of mentality approach to life when you weigh up things. And the security career really taught me how to weigh up things and to say, right, okay, that's not the right way to do it. That's the proper way, and just see how they're going to react or how they're going to behave or whatever they're going to say, things like that. And again, communication was the utmost thing within my career. I had to learn how to communicate properly with people. I never used to dress people down just because they came from a, you
didn't judge.
No, I never.
Judgment.
No, I never have been. Never have been, because I don't know if people expect people to judge me. Because what right have they truly have got to judge you? You know, this is the fact. No one on this earth has got the right to judge you. No one, not even a politician or even a judge as such, providing you've been behaving good and you haven't done anything against the system. But in general, no one has got the right to judge you. You can have opinions and things like that, but you can't judge
people.
Don't judge
you
people.
What's around the corner for yourself.
Exactly. See?
You don't, do you?
You don't know what's around the
You
corner.
really don't. It's like with the communication scams.
Oh my word.
The people I've blocked.
That just takes it on another level.
The people I've blocked, and they've been genuine numbers. Because
This is how our phones are good.
They've got the same numbers as scam numbers. Some people who
Within a different change of the odd digit, but it's the main numbers that we've got come through.
And on my phone,
potential
it's
scam.
Potential scam.
Yeah.
So what I do, I had one, didn't I? I won't say where from, and I was like, "Well, why do you want my password? Not password. What was it? Secure question. If you're ringing me," I said, didn't I?
Yeah, you
you're
did.
ringing me.
That.
I'm not ringing you. Why are you asking for my
security question?
Security question. Anyway, I don't know what they thought the other end. I don't really care. But I apologise if that person does watch your videos.
Oh, no.
And then I block them.
Yeah.
Then they can't get through to me.
I know.
So then I get calls from the mobile numbers because I have to go through the other way.
But when you had one of these calls, if you remember,
you said it's a scam.
And then we actually went in to the place,
and
it was.
And it was.
It was a scam. So I was
right. Be careful with that.
So I was right.
So now what I do, I answer the calls, and then if I think it's a scam, then I'll put the phone down, not just block them.
Yeah. So yeah, with certain companies, say whether it's a mobile phone companies or your utilities companies or the council, 9 times out of 10, they will send you a letter. A letter. They won't call you. What's the other one? Emails.
Well, they will call you, but they'll let you know. They'll call
They
you.
let you know in
yeah.
advance.
The hospital ones are the worst. 'Cause their number, I can't remember what they are now, but they're very similar to scam numbers.
I know they are, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, but the people have been like, don't ring this number and put the phone down and then blocked it to find out that they were the genuine people that rang.
But yes,
Well, there you
people.
go.
Yes, people.
I mean, communication, it's really important,
It's
isn't
very,
it?
very
It
important.
really is important.
It is. Because
Get your wits about you.
and communication is a skill, and it really is, and it helps develop your character as you learn how to communicate properly.
Especially in work-wise.
Yeah. Oh my
If you've got to
word!
use like a phone, if you want office work or you work in an office.
Gosh, when I worked in security at BT's, because BT's, for those of you, BT's department store are no longer with us. They have finished so many years ago. And I worked at the flagship store in Wolverhampton, Victoria Street, and Victoria Street was the main entrance of it, and then you had Darlington Street was the other place you could get into it, and then you had this alleyway behind, just off Darlington Street. You could get into BT's there, and also you had the Skinner Street side, so you could get into there through the Millennium Building. And now they're going to be
Flats, aren't
flats,
they?
over 300 flats. But because it's a listed building, which it is, they can't change the outside of it. They've got to modern it, just tidy it up, so to speak. But the inside, it's going to be weird seeing that. But anyway, telephone skills, because part of the job I was doing as a loss prevention officer, I was administration part of the job, which you do. When you had to get the people coming in through the back side of the building to book them into, say for instance they were visiting certain departments and they were doing fixture works, or they were training up certain members of staff on some of the concession departments on various floors, or anyone to do with the contracts of construction or related works within BT's or wherever work was being carried out. So we had to be quite up with our communication and level of ability. Especially when we had well-known and top-known named people coming in as well.
Well, you've got to be approachable, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to be. You've got to be approachable.
Got to be approachable in a job like that.
So you'll be multi-skilled, really. Not just being a loss prevention officer, but having administrative skills, telephone skills.
Jack of all trades.
A jack of all trades, basically, in that job. In my career, that to me was the most, how can we say, I was doing a lot of work, not just security, because I didn't know it was administration related work at the time to that level, and it was. You had to have your telephone voice. So when we had certain people in, you had to have a specific way of talking on the phone. You couldn't say, "Oh yeah, I'm from Wolverhampton," You couldn't use the Wolverhampton slang as such, which I do use from time to time. But on my telephone voice, so I could communicate properly to people. It's my father, he's saying that. But that was kind of a really good job in a sense, because I learned a lot more about myself, and my father's characterisation skills were there. They really came to the front with that job. Communication, people. It's paramount in life. Don't rely on digitalisation of communicating. It's good, but it's got its flaws. Are you happy with that now? You think we've spoken enough about communication?
I think so.
Yeah, covered quite a variety.
I mean, communication as well. If you go to get the train, and you know that they speak over a tan oil.
Yep.
Sometimes you can't hear what they've said.
I know, especially when it's busy with people and you've got a lot of hustle and bustle going on.
I mean, that's communication, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And it should be clear communication. I mean, for instance, I went on the train once a long while ago. I was supposed to have gone to Solihull. I ended up in London. I
Marylebone,
couldn't hear
the announcements.
and it was the first time I'd been on a train.
This is before we got together.
Yeah, been a long time.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't hear it, and I thought, oh, we can't be there yet. And I got off at the other end, which was like, I'd never been to Solihull before. I knew it was Birmingham, but I didn't know how long it would take. And I got into this book I'd got. And anyway, before I knew it, I was in Marylebone.
London, you know.
And I got off the train, communication, really lovely person who worked for the railway station. I says to him, I said, where do I have to go now? He says, where are you looking for? I said, I'm Solihull. He says, Solihull? He says, you've come a long way. I had to get back on the train.
On the opposite side platform.
And go back again, yeah.
And you know, I shouldn't have to pay any extra money.
It was really frustrating, really frustrating. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the worst of it was, I thought, well, shall I have a look round there then, see what's right? And then I thought, no.
Nope.
No, don't even think about
No,
it.
because then you would have had to pay.
Probably got kidnapped or something and never seen again. But I mean, that was communication.
Yeah, again.
Just making a point of, like, even things like a tannoy. Yeah.
Boy, and
You've got to be sort of focused all the time
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
everything. To, like if you order a meal and they'll call your number on a ticket, whatever.
we know what I'm like for things like that.
You've got to listen for that number all the time.
So
Got
when
to
we
be
go,
on the ball.
so when we travel on trains, I make sure everything's.
Well, I know now you have to look at the
the
thing and stuff,
yeah,
but I didn't, did I?
No, it's where the timetable
Yeah.
listings they have. When they come up.
Make sure you get on the right train, the right platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you ask the staff, sometimes they look at you like, well, you should know. They're young. Their brains are like.
They're wired up to think. They're wired up.
Mine isn't.
Used to be.
But not no more.
Nah, it's still wired up, mate. As you get older, it slows down.
And they ain't got time, have they, really?
No.
Patience, and they have to have, they should have, in a job like that, because you've got to be able to communicate.
Yep, you've got to.
Got to be able to communicate, whatever job you're doing, really. So everybody knows what's going on and everybody's singing from the same hymn sheet. Isn't it?
True. See? And that's where great communication skills come in.
Yeah.
Is being able to talk and to be knowledgeable of things as well. That's another thing. But yeah, so we're going to be ending it there, my dear.
Yes.
And again, this one's a wrap. And yeah, again, thanks for your support on the channel. Been getting a lot of views on the recent videos that we've been putting on. Thank you. It really means a lot to our channel. Yeah. So yes, if you're just watching the videos, just please give a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Even a comments. You know, we don't deal with trolls and stuff like that. No, we don't bother. The keyboard warriors. But yeah, please like, share, comment, share the channel. Because again, we always say this: we're different. We're not your run-of-the-mill kind of people. We are who we truly are in life. Straight down the middle with things.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, what you see is what you get. Try, we see people out there try to be something that they are truly not, but this is why we are who we are. There's no acting. There's no, got to look at the script before we put the video up. We don't do things like that. We think about what we're going to talk about, and then we say, "I'll choose whatever." So, okay, then bang, that's it. And then we get a video on the go, and as we're doing right now, with the video on communication. Okay, everybody. Now then, let's keep this chi of life. Let's keep it always and forever flowing. Let's keep it moving. Let's feel that energy. Let's feel it pushing. Coming back to you. Let's feel it expanding, contracting. Oh, farging. The power of it there. Really pushing through. Going really slow and flowing through everything in life. And cleansing your inner self with the chi. Just feel that chi. And hear that chi too, because it vibrates too.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste, namaste. Please, everybody, stay safe out there in that world of ours. Please stay safe out there. And thank you.
Thank you.